This is my 2010 Yamaha WR250R with 10,000 miles on it, and I think I made the right choice by buying this bike. Now, I am not a seasoned rider. I started on a Vespa 50cc, then went to an XT 225, then I went to this, a WR250R. Now, I wanted a bike that was going to be reliable, easy to maintain, could take me anywhere, and this seemed to check all the boxes. If you're like me, you're kind of new to riding, didn't grow up riding dirt bikes, maybe you've never ridden a motorcycle, I think that this will be the right choice for you. But let's hop on, go for a ride, and talk about it some more. Let's start her up. Alright, so let's talk about a few reasons why I bought this bike. I think the first one overall would be the price. I got this for $3,500, which I think after checking Facebook Marketplace a few weeks after I bought this, I should have gotten it for cheaper, to be honest. I think I overpaid for it. Granted, it was a good condition. It was a single owner bike. It was owned by an old guy. Him and his son would ride it. I knew I wanted a bike that was a single owner. I didn't really care too much about the mileage because honestly, machines are supposed to be ridden. You really don't want a bike with no miles on it. I think a lot of people on Facebook think that they have like the ultimate unicorn. They're really not. If you're thinking about buying one and you can't find one for a good price, I promise you, you'll find a deal eventually. Now, if you do your research about these bikes on the internet, you might find some people being like, they're slow, they don't have enough power, they don't get their adrenaline going. I'm pretty opposite on that front. I don't mind a slow bike. I don't need to go crazy fast. As long as it has a little acceleration, I'm happy. Now, I did get rid of AIS, I did get rid of the XF, I have a full exhaust on it. I have a tuner on it, but I haven't tuned it yet, I have to figure that out. So I did do a few things to give it a little more pep. Now, I've never ridden a 450, I will admit, I'm not experienced, but for me, as a new rider, this is the perfect amount of power and acceleration. I wouldn't want anything faster. When you add speed to the equation, that's when everything goes wrong. Whether you're like on the road and you get hit by a car, or whether your leg is impaled by a branch in the backcountry, like if you're going fast, shit might happen. I'm gonna make sure this is tight. So this right here is like the only gravel road we have well, not New Jersey. It's like the only gravel road that there is in Monmouth County. There isn't much gravel around here, and so I like to take this to go to the beach. But actually, this is a really nice area. As you can see, there's like so much land over there. There's horses roaming there sometimes. Not wild horses, obviously. They belong to someone, but this is a good area. Now, another thing I see online about this bike is that everyone thinks it's very heavy. And when you compare it to the Huskies and other dirt bikes, yes, it is heavier than those bikes. Those are like 240, and this is about 300, though you can take some weight off it. Now, the weight of this bike doesn't seem to bother me at the moment. If it does end up bothering me, then my solution for that is to get stronger. So when I started researching about what bike I was gonna get, and I kept reading about the vibrations on the Husqvarna FEs, some people were saying it was so bad that their feet were numb, their hands were numb, their vision was blurred. I took that into consideration a lot. I didn't want a bike that I wasn't gonna be able to enjoy riding for longer periods of time. I plan on taking this all over the country. I wanted to enjoy riding it, you know? I didn't want something that, because it was so light, that the engine would vibrate and the whole bike would vibrate like crazy. I didn't want that. Now, when I put the FMF exhaust on here, I think it did up the vibes. It's hard to tell because I don't remember what it felt like stock. I just think, you know, the FMF exhaust is loud. It's not bad. It's definitely not as bad as some people saying that their vision's blurred. It's way, way far from that. The old lady was just telling me to rev it? What? That's funny. Now, if you guys have made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it. I'm new to making this type of content. If you want to see more with this bike, I'm going to be traveling all over the US, state to state, going to cool places on cool rides, backcountry, weird towns, different characters. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you're thinking about getting a WR250R, the answer is yes.